morning.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Two Crazy Guys in One Crazy Crypto World. This is your daily update for July 30, 2019, and you're here with Stacey and Chris as always.
Good morning. How are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Look, not too bad. I've got a bit of a foggy old morning, bit of a misty old morning happening here in Queensland.
Yeah.
Which is quite interesting,
Well, it's actually looking like a rainy day here in sunny downtown Canberra, but we will see what happens as we move through the day, because I don't think it's forecast for much rain. I think we should get about 17 drops out there somewhere in the Rinabellas and 6 or 7 drops on the way hit someone's car windscreen, just enough to turn it on so it scrapes the dirt across and scratches. We haven't had any decent rain for months.
Well, if it's not dirt, it'll be ice, right?
Yeah, that's true too.
Or a mix of dirty ice.
Hey, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I just thought we'd start the day with a little apology for yesterday's technology challenges that we had. You see, we did our podcast yesterday as per normal, and we did it really well. You would have absolutely loved it, except for the fact that we had a couple of tiny little glitches. YouTube streaming didn't quite work the way it normally does.
We got cut off at the beginning and the end.
I don't know why. So you got a little bit in the middle. And the Facebook streaming, that was one where just nothing showed up on Facebook. I could see it on my screen, but nothing showed up. And we eventually figured out why. I had to press that little button to go live. So I set it all up, we got it going, and I forgot step number 3. So therefore, you have Stacey's apologies for not reminding me.
Which I did this morning. I did remind you this morning.
He did this morning, and I can see it over there. So we are actually streaming it, and it does say, yes, we are live. So, these things happen. We are technology challenged sometimes, and you wouldn't believe it, but we are actually both IT people. So if we get challenged this way, could you imagine all these other people out there? It is absolutely no wonder that Microsoft and Apple and everyone else make $1 quadrillion out of computers, because no one knows how to use them yet. They've only been around 30 years.
Well, this is right, eh? I mean, it's just it doesn't make sense half the time. You think something's going to work a certain way, and you test it, and you do it, and then you go live, and it's like, hang on, that's not doing what it was.
I know, right? Go figure. And all because one little button never got pressed. Anyway, but the recordings did work, so we are going to post it up there. But we did make a couple of changes to the recording settings, and that changed things that we didn't even know it would change. So when we're looking for our little MP4 recording, well, it's an FLV, so which doesn't play on an Apple machine. So the Apple machine records an FLV that doesn't play on it. Now figure that one
out. Well, it does, but it requires some tweaking. So anyway, but this is all some of the fun that we play with on the tech side.
I know, right?
All in an effort to bring you the latest news.
The latest crypto news. Right, so, all right, Mr. Bosa, what is the latest crypto news? I can see some numbers that I'm not very happy with.
So is that right, Mr. Deal?
It is. My Bitcoin numbers start with the 9, right? And as with most things in life, we shouldn't go backwards. I much preferred it when it started with the 10.
Well, yes, let me go to the old coin gecko thing happening here, and we can have a look at said chart. And,
yes, look at that. Anyone whose favourite colour is red is smiling today.
Yes, it is. And there's, as we've talked about for the last week or so, we've talked a bit about the fact that there has been a decent correction, shall we say, right?
That's true.
There is absolutely some reversals happening in those prices, and as certainly as we look down the weekly changes, Bitcoin's lost 10% in the last week, which is significant. It's but look, over the last we've actually corrected about 35, 33% or something like that.
Yeah, 33%
from our high, which is good. And this is one of the things I sort of try to impress on people that yes, crypto goes up, crypto goes down. That's sort of what it does. And it's not all doom and gloom. It's not a major problem. That is just what happens, right, in the space. So, look, the last 24 hours hasn't really done much at all. We've had some up and down. Though I will say, yesterday we had a massive we did have a massive spike, and actually I didn't actually have my normal chart open. Let me just see if this shows. I'm not sure if this chart will actually show it.
There it is.
Oh yeah, 24 hours. There we go. Yeah, yep. No, it does show it there. Very good. Yeah, no, we were sitting yesterday when we were talking. We were still sitting around the mid $9,500 US price, and then all of a sudden it just started tanking. Right, it just disappeared. Right, just dropped down. We were approaching the 9,000 mark. We thought, oh, here we go. We're going into the eights, and but then all of a sudden it just reversed and went and then jumped from what's it? On some charts, it's got lower than that, right? So there's one chart I was looking at that actually got into the high 9,000s, under 9,100. But then it shot from there right up to 9,700, like in a matter of a minute, 15 minutes. It was insane. And then it hit 9,700 and then just came right back to where it started.
Yeah, well, the nature of this beast, buddy.
Crypto goes up, crypto goes down, right?
It does. That's why they call it HODL, because people can't spell hold, so hold on for dear life. HODL.
Yeah, look, I mean, those sort of things, that's just a little bit crazy. It's not something that you can really try and explain. And I'm sure somewhere, somehow, someone made that happen, or some fat fingers made it happen. Who knows? It is just what's happened. But if we look across the top 10, it's a very mixed bag. If you're looking from a 24-hour perspective, a bit of red and green, but not a huge amount of movement. Although Cardano's jumped 4%, which is a bit of a jump there. So and Bitcoin SV still hanging in the top 10. I'm sort of waiting for that to drop out, but we'll see what happens there. And across the week, yeah, we're red right across the board if we're looking at the weekly figures. CoinMarketCap. That's the other site that you could use to check these out. But the total market cap is actually what I meant to say. We're looking at about 265 billion. So we've definitely lost some money out of the markets in the last week, as we've talked about, and it hasn't been a great month, July. We've had mostly downward action throughout July. But considering what we've done through the first half of the year, not unexpected and certainly not drastic. There has been, look at this article here, and there are suggestions that we could go down to about 8,800, which is certainly feasible. Who knows?
Yeah.
As we know, no one has a crystal ball on this stuff. But there are people that also suggest we could drop as low as 8,300, because that would mean a 40% drop from our high last month or so ago. So it's this is part of the game, part of what we love to watch. It's never boring, right?
Yeah.
And but the question is, where's it going to be in a year? That's the ultimate question, right? It's all short-term stuff, neither here nor there really, and but it's definitely all the signs are sort of indicating that we're going to have a big bull run soon, and coming August, September, who knows? There's in fact, I think it says in this article that John McAfee out in the news again. He believed that, here he goes, a week from today, Bitcoin will continue its meteoric rise. So according to Mr. McAfee, we've only got to wait a week.
He said that 6/21, July 28th, which is around about the time that spike happened yesterday, if you come to the other side of the world.
Yeah, probably pretty close. Yeah. So anyway, that's interesting. We'll see. But look, one of the other articles that drew my attention, and this is certainly one of the key use cases that Bitcoin is proving itself to be very useful for.
Yeah,
and that is the certainly for larger transactions and borderless transactions. And here it was noted that there was 49,756 Bitcoin moved in a single transaction, which equates to about $468 million. And there was just a single mining fee for that transaction. No government involved, no bank involved, no third party. And it all just happened.
That's a lot of dollars, isn't it?
That's a lot of dollars, right? And they did some research around what that would cost. In using TransferWise, the sender would be charged 0.36 in fees, which amounts to $3,628.
Yeah.
Right. And it's applying this rate to a remittance of $468.5 million would lead to the sender paying $1,684,800 in fees.
Wow. So they've saved over 1.6 million just by using cryptocurrency.
Yeah. Now that doesn't make sense to me, that sentence. What am I missing?
A remittance of 400.
The sender would be charged 0.36% fees, which amounts to 3,628.
Yeah.
Based for what? Applying this rate to 468 million. That's.
Oh, they talked about the 1 million.
Oh, one. Sorry, I knew I was missing something. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's right. They used 1 million as the reference amount to get the to get the fees. Okay. Yep. Sorry, I knew I was missing something there. So yeah, look at that, 1.6 million in fees for that transfer.
Yeah.
The fees, owner 26, who was the Bitcoin whale, whoever made these transfer. So there was a $212 million transfer on May 1, which cost just $3.93 in fees.
Wow. So if you use that, 212, so basically it's 2 times that, so 2 and a bit times. So it would have cost them less than $10 in fees to do that transfer in Bitcoin, and yet it would have cost them 1.6 million.
Yep, through the traditional banking system,
like the normal transfer,
and not to mention how long it would have taken.
Yeah,
right. You're transferring that much coin. The rigmarole you got to go through banks and everything to make that happen.
Yeah.
And it would have probably taken, I don't know, a week, 2, who knows, right? Bitcoin, man, you're done. A couple of minutes, it's there, and bugger all in fees. Yeah. So, a classic example of the perfect use case for Bitcoin,
Yeah.
And the trust. I mean, this is what you got to remember, right? A trust in a network to enable the transfer of
that much money,
of almost $500 million, right? Without worrying about what the banks are going to do with it. So I think that's
like all we know is it's owner 26. Can they adopt me?
Well, you can ask, mate.
I can be really
put your case there and see what happens.
I could be really nice.
I'm sure you could.
Mr. Bosel, I know you couldn't.
No, mate, no amount of money.
Oh, dude, you haven't lived.
Well, maybe we should go to smaller nations that are more crypto.